Safer with Google in partnership with News18 Network.
Digital payment services have grown in popularity over the past few years thanks to the government's Digital India push. UPI payments have revolutionized the way we transact and have changed the face of digital payments in India. Given the massive increase in transaction volumes digitally, industry watchers are now claiming online fraud now counts for most of the cyber fraud incidents. Now, threat actors use psychological manipulation methods to trick people into divulging confidential information or granting access to funds or even transfer of funds too. The scammers craft general or targeted phishing campaigns by preying on our emotions or by impersonating authority figures to gain our credentials and personal information. In an effort to combat digital menace and raise awareness to protect people against financial frauds and online scams, News18 Network and Google have now come together for a public awareness initiative to make the internet safer for everyone. Hello and welcome. You're watching Safer with Google in partnership with News18 Network, making your virtual interactions safer and letting you stay ahead of the online perils and imposters. This series aims to equip viewers with knowledge on digital safety. We've traveled the length and breadth of the country to bring you stories told by fellow citizens on things one should learn and unlearn and follow safer ways while treading on online platforms. Today's episode is a testament of how people, irrespective of their digital literacy, need to take safety precautions when they make online transactions. In our first story, we unravel the latest fraud technique where scamsters had impersonated an Indian Army identity to gain the victim's confidence and tricked him to make online transactions. Yes, fraudsters these days tend to encash on the trust and even goodwill associated with armed forces to cheat people online. Akhil Ranjan Datta, a political science professor at the Guwahati University, was made to believe that he was conversing with an army official and was eventually cheated. Let's have a look at his story and draw learnings to beware of such claims.
Professor Akhil Ranjan Datta, who teaches political science at Guwahati University, wanted to rent out one of his properties and therefore made advertisements for the same.
I have a property in Guwahati and I wanted to rent it out, and therefore I put it in a website advertising agency, and I was receiving good responses.
As he was receiving many responses, Akhil waited for a response who would be an ideal tenant, which is when he came across someone who claimed to be an army doctor.
Someone called me from the army, introduced himself as an army doctor, and therefore I decided to rent it out to the doctor, army doctor.
After Akhil spoke to the miscreant, he was persuaded to initiate a transaction and said that he would send a security deposit on the same account.
He persuaded me that I should have some transaction in terms of security money, advance, and I should do it through QR code. And he sent me a QR code which is written return money. Initially I didn't believe in, but then I was persuaded. My wife suspected, but I got convinced and I made the transaction. And when we did the transaction, first they sent some amount of money to verify it, which was deposited to our account. Then we transacted at 35,000 rupees, which was, rather than coming to my account, it was debited.
Akhil immediately understood that he was losing money and denied any further transactions with the scamster.
In the process, we lost rupees 35,000, and we put a complaint in the crime branch. We also launched, registered an FIR, had written to the bank, had gone to the RBI ombudsman. I think we have to be extremely careful when we do any transaction online, and it shouldn't happen to anyone else. We have been hearing that a lot of transactions of this kind are happening around, and people are losing out money. Therefore, we have to be extremely, extremely careful.
While it requires safety and caution to be ahead of imposters who tend to encash on our innocence, it also calls for restraint to not believe eye-catchy offers and impractical cashbacks. Here's the story of Sonu from Bhubaneswar, who went through a similar ordeal and ended up losing money from his digital wallet. Let this incident be an eye-opener for all of us.
Many times, we are drawn to eye-catching offers and sales. However, online offers require much consideration and scrutiny. A young student from Orissa who lost 40,000 from his digital wallet reminds us all to be careful and not believe in calls that advertise offers.
I got a call from someone. He said that I will get a cashback. I just need to follow the process given by him.
Hesitant at first, Sonu did not follow the stranger's instructions, but on coaxing further,
Get cheated like this.
While many of us are fully cautious of not sharing OTPs, there are few who do not know that our phones and accounts can also be hacked through phishing links. Sometimes the urgency of our need forces us to believe these tricksters who either scare us with some sort of disconnection of accounts or use the bait of bigger opportunities to earn money. Here's Abida Khan from Uttar Pradesh, who went through a similar experience while looking for online work during the lockdown. This incident, in fact, can be an eye-opener for all of us.
Adiba Khan from Bahedi, Uttar Pradesh, is a teacher by profession. During the lockdown, as the schools were functioning online, she decided to look for part-time online work opportunities and add to her income.
During COVID, we were all looking for extra work. Then a work from home message came on which I clicked. So a chat box opened, and as soon as I dropped the text, a man's reply came. There was a genuine DP. That person forwarded me another link saying that if I clicked on it, I would get a job. And accidentally, I clicked on that too.
This was Adiba's first mistake. Not only did she click on the link, but eventually was also convinced by the imposter.
Then I was directed to another chat box. I was told that if I invested a small amount of money in this, my job would be secure. And as soon as I invested, they gave me another option that if I invested more, I would get better opportunities in this job. So I had no idea what it was, and I invested more.
After both transactions, the person stopped replying to Adiba's messages, which is when she realized she was cheated and immediately lodged a police complaint.
Shortly after my considerable amount went to them, they stopped replying. Within 24 hours, I realized that this fraud had occurred with me. So I got my money, and I also learned that in the future, I should never click on any such link. Do not click on unknown links that are giving you money or offering jobs, because it's never like that. No company offers jobs like that.
Be it a small amount of money or a huge sum, our online transactions can be secure only if we remain careful and vigilant. We need to pay heed to awareness messages sent by banks for safe online experiences. We slip into a break right now. On the other side, we bring to you some expert tips for online safety.
Safer with Google in partnership with News18 Network.
Welcome back. You're watching Safer with Google in partnership with News18 Network. Online safety is a must for all, irrespective of how tech-savvy or novice you are to using online platforms. The safety measures that need to be followed are the same. As Rajkumar, a banker from Bareilly, narrates his unfortunate online experience, let's learn on how not to be tricked with messages from unknown senders.
Your SIM will be blocked. Your UPI ID will be inactivated, or your online account needs verification. These are a few calls and messages that convincingly nudge us to take action. A similar scenario took place with Raj Kumar, a retired banker from Bareilly.
On 14th April 2021, I received a message from an unknown number in which it was mentioned that your SIM will be blocked. I immediately talked to him and he sent me a link. As soon as I touched the link, my phone got hacked and immediately 1,10,000 rupees was debited from my account. 3 minutes later, before I could understand anything, 1,80,000 rupees was again debited from my account. Thus, an amount of 2,90,000 rupees got debited within 3 minutes from my account.
Still in a daze, Raj Kumar immediately called his bank and blocked his account and further registered a police complaint.
Then I saw that after understanding the message coming on my phone, I got my account blocked by the customer care department of my bank. After that, I wrote an application with which I went to police station Kotwali at Bareilly. After that, they sent it to the cyber police station where my application was received.
After having gone through a tough time because he let down his online safety net, Raj Kumar appeals to fellow citizens to amp up their safeguard online.
This is my message to countrymen. Any call received from any unknown number in relation to a SIM block or regarding greed, never attend and never share the OTP with anyone. And any message received in this regard should be deleted immediately. Otherwise, you may suffer a huge loss. Your bank account and bank details will reach him, who can clear your bank account by doing whatever he wants. Stay safe from such scams and cyber fraudsters. Everyone should be very cautious.
While Google, alongside the governments and bank partners, continue to spread message of online awareness and safety among the masses, a few who have never been exposed to these messages fall into trouble. B.S. Varma from our next story was one such person who was not much aware of online perils and ended up becoming a victim of cyber fraud. To better be safe than sorry, let us all follow the 2 steps to safety. Never click an unknown link, never share any bank details. Signing off for now, we'll be back again next week with more testimonies on how to be alert and cautious while transacting online. Goodbye and thanks for watching.
Safer with Google in partnership with News18 Network.